Sam Bankman-Fried, the disgraced founder of the now-defunct cryptocurrency exchange FTX, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. The 32-year-old was convicted of fraud and conspiracy in November. Prosecutors called it one of the largest financial crimes in U.S. history. Our Errol Barnett reports.
The former king of crypto was dressed in a beige jail uniform in a Manhattan federal courtroom today, acknowledging a series of his own bad decisions. Sam Bankman-Fried learned his sentence of 25 years after telling the court, quote, "I am sorry about what happened at every stage."
Get out of the way.
Prosecutors argued the MIT graduate was motivated by greed, bilking unwitting customers out of more than $8 billion before the collapse of FTX, the cryptocurrency exchange he founded. Judge Kaplan agreed, saying the 32-year-old was remorseless. Sunil Kavuri was one of his victims.
I lost a huge amount of money when FTX collapsed. And
how much?
That, $2 million. Yeah. So, and that was for a family home and for my children's education, and that's overnight.
Bankman-Fried was once hailed as the future of finance, with an estimated net worth of $26 billion, and enlisting celebrities including quarterback Tom Brady,
I'm getting into crypto,
and basketball star Steph Curry.
I'm not an expert, and I don't need to be,
to promote his brand. Back in November, a jury unanimously found Bankman-Fried guilty of 7 counts, including conspiracy, fraud, and money laundering. Michael Lewis wrote a book on the crypto star's rise and fall and has been in contact with him while detained. He says the man is hardwired for risk.
You put your hand on a hot stove and you don't know to take it off until it's burned to a crisp. He doesn't feel risk.
And Errol joins us now. I wonder if he feels it now. Errol, you've been following this story from the beginning, and you were in the courthouse for the sentencing. What more did the judge have to say?
Well, it's interesting, John, because Sam Bankman-Fried was able to address the court and address the judge before his sentence was read. And he acknowledged, or he said during that remark, that customer funds have always been available and customers will make their money back, which flies completely in the face of what the government has alleged the entire time. You know, millions of customers are out, a total of $8 billion. And what Judge Kaplan said to Bankman-Fried before delivering his sentence was this. He said there's testimony that was given by Caroline Ellison, his girlfriend and employee at one point, that was, in his words, a leitmotif of the entire trial. Caroline Ellison said Sam Bankman-Fried would take calculated risks, but sometimes they would be as simple as a coin flip. The judge repeated this testimony and said Sam Bankman-Fried would flip a coin on the chance of a huge upside, even if tails meant the world was destroyed. And Judge Kaplan said that's why his sentence in 25 years was meant to punish and deter Sam Bankman-Fried from doing this again. The judge said that was the game. It was in his nature. The judge also wasn't convinced that Sam Bankman-Fried wanted to encourage crypto regulation, as he said publicly, because privately he was quoted as saying, expletive regulators, they just get in the way. So this was not a judge who believed much of anything that Sam Bankman-Fried said, and that's evident in the 25-year sentence.
And Bankman-Fried was sentenced 25 years, as you said. How does that stack up to other high-profile white-collar sentences?
Well, it seems to have struck a balance between what his team was requesting, which was 5 to 7 years, and what the government was looking for, which was 50 years. But think back to Bernie Madoff and that massive, pervasive Ponzi scheme he was convicted of. He was sentenced to 150 years. So it's much smaller than that sentence. But if you think back more recently to Elizabeth Holmes, who had the medical testing company Theranos and was convicted of investor fraud, she was sentenced to 11 years. One thing also to keep in mind is that this 25-year sentence, he is not eligible for parole. It's a federal crime, but the judge is recommending he serve at a medium security prison in Northern California in the Bay Area, and that's so his parents can visit him. His sentence might be reduced by roughly 15%, experts tell us, if he does in fact have good behavior and takes part in community service programs. So it's very likely if he serves the full term, he'll be, 57 by the time he gets out? We've likely not heard the last of Sam Bankman-Fried.
Errol Barnett, reporting from the cacophonous streets of New York City. Thanks so much, Errol.